What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Now, this play right here in the middle with this Taco Tuesday for goalie saves, this play actually just hit for us for a 5.5x. Adam, I believe, had 0 kills in this entire series. So 2 games, they lost both games. He gets 0 kills. Natty Nat, I believe, gets 1 kill, and I'll get into that game. Previous to this hitting, we did not have a very good day. This hitting is great to see because it kind of turns our day around, honestly. And this is not going to be tracked in the graph I'm about to show you because, again, this play legitimately hit within like 5 minutes ago. This pick right here is going on right now. I will also show you how this game is going. You pretty much need this guy to get under like maybe 3 more kills or something like that, and that also might hit for us. But you will see that we had a couple of misses. We had Cat under. We had, this play go 0 of 3. This channel has not been super good over the past couple of days, and I'll be the first one to say that. Before I really get into the video, I do want to say one thing is that the main reason why I made this channel, guys, is because I saw a lot of people on YouTube and Twitter and everything back in the day, maybe even still today, but definitely back in the day, not be transparent about betting. They talked about winning all the time, and all they did was win. The days that they lost, they went quiet. They didn't say anything about the losses. And when they won, they acted like they won every day and like it's the easiest thing in the world, and just tail their bets, and it's super easy and you'll win every day, no questions asked. And I think that's a super dangerous mindset to have and to feed people, because you'll have people that will go all in on one day. You'll have people that, the first day of losing, which might be the first day they join and the second day they join their VIP or whatever, and they lose and they start panicking and they start, getting super emotional and they start doubling down and all this stuff. And I wanted to start a channel that was about being very transparent, right? Whether we won or lost or whatever it is, I wanted to track my bets. I wanted to show you guys winning. I wanted to show you guys the winning days. I wanted to show you guys the losing days. We've had some amazing days on this channel, going up 40 units, some days, which is our best day ever. And then we've had some days we've gone down 10 units. We've had days we've gone up a ton of days. We've gone up 15 to 20 units, stuff like that. In that whole journey, guys, we've gone up pretty much 1,000 units. All right. We went up 600 units in 2024. Went up 270 units in 2025. This is 100% a long-term journey, all right? You're going to have some down weeks. You're going to even have some down months, right? We are 24-4 months, okay? So 24 winning months. We've had 4 losing months, which is a very good track record, right? We have only had 4 losing months out of the 28 months that I've been doing this. You will see so far this year, we are up. Actually, now it's probably like 36, 37 units because we just hit an entry. But this is going to constantly be fluctuating, guys. You see the record. This was updated today, this morning. I just updated this here. And then we're up 24 units on the straight bets. It has not been a very good week. This channel's picks have not been very good. Again, everything is right here in front of you. We took Nuggets spread. That missed, unfortunately. We took Karl Anthony Towns. That missed, unfortunately. But I do want to say the most I can do whenever we have some losing days, whenever we have some losing picks, the most I can do is just be extremely transparent, show you guys the losses, show you guys how, sports betting does work long term, explain what we do long term, which is correlation, just like League of Legends right here. And I do want to get into these injuries if I can. But this game just ended. I did mention that Adam, sorry if there's a lot of pop-ups, this is a different site than I normally use, but they have a lot quicker updates, okay? But Adam, 0 kills. Natty Nat, who's right here playing Jarvan 4, he got 1 kill, okay? It was 16-7, which means they lost the game. So because they lost the game, these guys get a very limited amount of kills. It's going to be a lot of pop-ups again. Maybe not, okay? This game just ended 25-5, all right? So 25 kills for Galleons, 5 kills for French Flares, which is who we bet against. You'll see that Adam got 0 kills, Natty Nat got 0 kills, okay? So both these guys get 0 kills in this game because they end up losing the game. Everyone on these two teams went under, okay? Everyone on these two teams went under because they lost both games. Now, that is why these guys both go under together, because his team loses this game. So we do go ahead and cash this. Now, this play, honestly, me about to look at this game, it's going to be a live update, so we could potentially lose this, and we might have right here. I think right now 1-1-3 right now is at a push, okay? Because he has 5 kills in this game. Maybe this game just ended. So no, they're still in game. So this play is probably not going to hit because this guy right here is probably going to get 1 more kill. Sorry about all these pop-ups, guys, but we bet on Ragnar to go under. We bet on 1-1-3 to go under. Right now, it looks like they are going to 2-0 their opponent. So because they're winning both games, these guys look like they're probably going to go over, okay? 1-1-3 is probably going to get like 10 kills. Ragnar is probably looking like he's going to get around 7 or 8 kills, okay? But so this one does look like it's going to chalk, so that's unfortunate. But I did actually take the opposite of this over here, okay? So I took the under on Lore, and I took the under right here on this guy, and this is on the opposite team. You'll see it's Misa versus Heretics. And on these guys for Heretics, I actually went ahead and took the under, and because they are losing, they are not getting that many kills, okay? Which is nice to see. So maybe this one will hit as well, and we can have a nice little setup. We will go ahead and see how that plays out. Again, the gist of this is that this just hit for a 5.5, so that's nice to see. All right, now with this video, I'm going to be changing things up a little bit differently. We do have March Madness happening tomorrow. It's going to be the first day of the Sweet 16. So I have 4 of my favorite March Madness plays for you guys today, all right? Normally, I do not do this, and normally I give out like a 2-man and 3-man entry for PrizePicks and for Underdog and for REBET and ONYX and stuff, but I wanted to change it up a little bit because I do want to have a lot of bets out for March Madness and give you guys a lot of player props to start betting on because, again, the Sweet 16 is starting tomorrow. I do this with college football a lot. We normally find success with it. Again, going into a college football weekend, like on a Friday night, I'll give out, maybe 6 of my favorite player props or 5 of my favorite player props. I have 4 for you guys today. So, stick around for the video. I'm going to be explaining why they're my favorite props. If you do want to get into the VIP, guys, and start profiting, again, I told you guys that we are 24-4 in the last 28 months profitability wise. This is 24 winning months and 4 losing months, okay? So you guys can obviously see the track record there, and you guys can text me the word sleeper to my number right here on the screen, and I'll get you guys 2 free months of the VIP right there for your troubles. All you have to do is put $10 into sleeper. It takes like 5 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and pay you back the $10 that you put into sleeper, so it'll be completely risk-free. Once you do that, you'll get 2 free months of the VIP. Super simple right there, super easy, no questions asked, all right? So text me sleeper. That'll also be up on the top of the screen where you guys can go ahead and follow those instructions. Just text me to my number, guys, and I will go ahead and get you into the VIP. Now, first pick of the day, we have a lot of really interesting games, all right? We have some games that I think are going to be high scoring. We have some games where I think are going to be low scoring. We have some games I think that are going to be blowouts. Now, this Arkansas and Arizona game, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. We have 2 not so good defenses. We have 2 very fast paced offenses. That's why I took Arizona over. I took them over I think 88.5 points the other day on a straight bet because I do think this is going to be a very high scoring game. With that being said, I'm taking their forward, Billy Richmond, to go over 19.5 PRA. Now, what's important about this? 1, NBA and college basketball, so all basketball, you have to be able to hit these lines on the nose. And what I mean by that is if I say at 19.5, take this at 19.5. Do not take it at 20. Don't take it at 20.5. These lines are way too sharp to be taking 0.5 or a whole point or PRA bump on these lines, all right? 19.5, get it at 19.5 wherever you can. If you need to go over to sleeper to take it at 19.5, do it. If you need to go over to underdog to take it at 19.5, do it. On PrizePicks right now, it's at 19.5. If this bumps to 20, I do not like this play anymore because these lines are very sharp in basketball. Now, why do I like this play? The number one reason why I like this play is going over to prop history. And I talk about this. I don't see anyone else talk about this. This is why I love Pick Finder. You'll see this is the app that I'm using right now. It's called Pick Finder. The number one reason why I like this prop right now is because if you look at prop history, so this is what his line is set at in these games that just happened. Okay, so on the 21st, his line was 22.5. Underdog Fantasy, a very reputable book. Are they the most sharpest book ever? No, but they know how to set lines, right? There's a reason why they've been in business for 5, 10 plus years. 22.5 is what his line was at last time they played. If you go back to the 19th, so this was 6 days ago, his line was 23.5. His line was 20.5 back here versus Vanderbilt. So it looks like Vanderbilt probably had a little bit better defense, but his line was still a point under this, okay? Arkansas versus OU, his line was 22.5. You guys get the gist, right? His line has been set way higher than it is right now, okay? And again, this is on a matchup that I think should be a pretty high-scoring game, a very high pace of play game, and a lot of points being scored in these games, okay? Of course, if you look over the past 15 games, the past 20 games, it looks really good. There's a lot of green. He's also been playing, between maybe 35 to 38 minutes in these games. It looks like he had 31 minutes against Hawaii, and it was probably because it was a blowout It really wasn't that much of a blowout, but it looks like he had 31 minutes, but he'll probably be playing in the high 30 minutes. So my first play of the day, one of my favorite picks here on PrizePicks, get it at 19.5. It looks like you can get it on Parlay Play at 19.5 and on Sleeper at 19.5. Okay, so no excuse there. Go ahead and get this play on at 19.5 when you can. Second pick of the day is going to be Swain, Dalen Swain on Texas to go under PRA. So 29.5 should be his PRA right now. There it is. 29.5. Sorry, just 29. I just have it at 29. So 29 PRA is what I have it at right now. And this is what I like for the second pick. It's going to be Swain under 29 PRA. As you will see, it's not as beautiful as of a last 20, last 25 type of thing. Really, my main thing here is I think Texas is going to lose pretty badly against Purdue. So far in the last 3 games that they have played in the tournament, he has only got 25, 25, and 23, so that's not very good for him. That means that he's just not made a super big impact so far in the tournament, and these are games that Texas has won in very close fashion, down to the buzzer beater, okay? So I do not think Texas is going to do the same. I do think, sadly, I am a Texas fan, I do think, sadly, Texas is going to be out of this game. Again, on PrizePicks right now, it's at 29. It looks like on all other books, it is at 28.5, so I'm giving you guys a really, really good play on PrizePicks right now. The fact that Underdog, the fact that Sleeper, the fact that Parlay Play all have it at 28.5 should be telling that this line should be pulled lower by game time tomorrow, okay? So 29, really solid pick right here for Dalen Swain. It's going to be the second pick of the day. And then the third pick of the day is going to be, where is he here? He is Bruce Hopkins, and we're going to take him under 6.5 rebounds, all right? So he is facing Duke, obviously a very, very good team and a very good rebounding team right now. Looks like on PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, and 7+ apps, okay? So Parlay Play, Bovada, FanDuel, you can get them at 6.5. So you can get this at 6.5 pretty much everywhere that you can bet. And right now his line is, I just think, too high, right? If you look at the past 3 games he's played in the tournament, you will see that he's played 34 to 38 minutes. So he's played a good number of minutes here, but he has gone under this 2 out of the 3 games that he has played. And again, I think the prop history probably has him a little bit higher than it is right now. The main reason why I like this is just because Duke is so insanely solid against rebounding, okay? So they're 7th in the nation right now for rebound. Duke obviously has a really solid defense, and they have really strong big men that can crash the glass, okay? So this is not your run-of-the-mill team where you're just going to be able to stack the box and be able to get a ton of boards. This is Duke, who is extremely solid against rebounding, and you'll see that actually in the last 15 games, it looks like Duke is 2nd in the whole nation in rebounding, and they only allow 25 rebounds a game. So that is really solid right there, and that's pretty much the number one reason why I do like this pick, is because Duke is such a solid team against rebounding, of course, okay? So third pick there. Now the last pick is also going to be in this Duke game, and I'm actually going to be betting against someone on Duke, but it's going to be Caden Boozer. So we bet on him a couple of nights ago, and we bet on his under, and he did unfortunately go over because they were in a shootout type game where they were behind this entire game. Now I'm taking him under 11.5 points. So it looks like you can get this on PrizePicks, you can get this on Bovada, but I really like this pick because I do think he's going to go down back to, he's going to mean revert. And what I mean by that is he's had a good couple of last couple of games. You'll see he's got 16, 16, 19, and he got 9 in the last game he played. But I think he's going to come back down to earth like he's been doing all season and really get between like maybe 8 to 9 points in this game, okay? If you look at the games that he has gone over, he had 16 shots in the game that he got 19 points. So if you guys remember this game, they were actually behind the entire game, and they had to come in and they had to play all their starters, and this guy had to shoot 16 times. This was the only time all season that he has shot over 12 shots. 16 shots, he obviously is going to go over when he shoots that much. He's only had 3 games where he has shot the ball 12 times, and some of those games, I think these 2 he does hit, and then this time right here he also does hit, but he only gets 13 points in this game, okay? So I think he's going to take between 7 to 9 shots in this game, and I think if he only takes 7 to 9 shots, he might make 3 or 4 of them, and he'll probably only end up getting about 10 points. 9 to 10 points is what I think he will get right here. Again, if you look at his prop history, like I said with Billy Richmond, you'll see that his line is consistently set at 9.5, okay? So 9.5 here, 9.5 here, even 7 down here, 9.5 over here, and right now his line is at 11.5, which is a huge discrepancy, right? If you have someone at 9.5 consistently, and that's what all these smart books are setting him at. And now his line's at 11.5. It makes no sense. And again, I think this is going to be a mean reversion, right? He's getting a lot of minutes, he's getting a lot of shots, he's getting a lot of opportunities, but I just think that he's going to now start shooting only 7 to 8 times a game, whereas the past couple of games he shot 10 to 12 times a game, or even 16 times a game, which is a season high. Okay, so I think he's going to come back down to earth a little bit. I do think Duke ultimately wins this game, and I think Caden Boozer, like I said, kind of plays back to where his averages are. Okay, so these are going to be the 4 picks that I really like in March Madness. I took 3 unders and 1 over. Billy Richmond over PRA, Dalen Swain to go under PRA, Bruce Hopkins under rebounds, and then Caden Boozer under 11.5 points. Okay, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna track that. We'll see how we do over the weekend, of course, or over Thursday, Friday. Again, if you wanted to get into the VIP, text me sleeper right here to my number on the screen. I have a lot of apps you guys can sign up for, whether it be Novig, whether it be Kalshi, whether it be Rebet. I have a lot of apps that maybe you've never heard about before, but you can get in, you can get a deposit match, you can get 1 to 2 free months of the VIP, get into the VIP super easily there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me, always supporting me, having my back. I really appreciate you guys. If you come in and watch these videos every single day, it means a ton to me, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.